Let's talk about just this story, briefly, and then we'll go talk about the what's being reported amongst the Democrats. There's a New York Times story out today that's citing, I guess, 4 sources saying that, in fact, Donald Trump personally ordered his son-in-law to get a top secret security clearance, both overruling all the concerns by intelligence officials and the White House's top lawyer. This is apparently, sourced with 4 people, not clear on where they are. They may not even be White House officials, actually, it sounds like it. But this is, and apparently John Kelly wrote an internal memo about how he had been ordered to give Kushner the top secret clearance because he was so concerned about having responsibility for this. I mean, total CYA. The brave John Kelly, who is going to be the adult who's going to save us all, just covering his own ass, essentially, for something that he thought was highly dangerous. I mean, because I would put the odds of Jared Kushner, and apparently Jared Kushner has asked for more top secret information than any other official in the Trump administration. He has put in more requests.
It's working, and it's very exciting.
I would put the chances that he has not given or sold this material to people that he is hoping will fund his family's business at somewhere between 0 and like 0.7% or something.
He's just organizing it in an Evernote file.
Right.
You're forgetting about all the different projects he's been on so far as, counsel to the White House and all that.
Right. And and to be fair, I'm not counting any of his massive foreign policy or national security achievements.
He's solving peace in the Middle East as we speak. He's over there right now.
That's going to require some classified info.
This clip is sort of fascinating because aside from the fact that ABC said, let's have a nepotistic interviewer interview a nepotistic government official. Oh, and so Abby Hunt was sent down to
Huntsman,
excuse me, was sent down to interview Ivanka Trump. When was this? Like two or 3 weeks ago, I guess. It's interesting just to watch how she lies when she's lying.
There are a lot of investigations going on, as you know. Democrats launching new ones this week. One of them into the clearance process, something that you and your husband now have, security clearances, but there were some issues early on. And there are a lot of people that question whether you were given special treatment by the president, overriding other officials. Can you speak to that?
There were anonymous leaks about there being issues.
Did you see, is she turning more into her dad?
Yeah, she's leaning into it pretty
right? Go backwards. That anonymous leaks.
Wow, he's going to love her even more.
Yeah. Can you speak to that?
There were anonymous leaks about there being issues, but the president had no involvement pertaining to my clearance or my husband's clearance. Zero.
What were the problems early on?
There weren't any, other than a backlog that exists of close to 1 million clearances across government.
Which is why that all happened with Obama.
This was happening under the Obama administration, the Clinton administration. There are literally close to 1 million people in the federal government who are in the pipeline to get their permanent clearance and are on temporary status.
So no special treatment?
No.
How dare you suggest that my father would give me his daughter special treatment? I'm struck by how the amorality of the elitist class, because it's not like she and Chelsea Clinton were friends before this, right? It's not like she's this diehard far-right conservative, but because she's been placed into this role and it's all about gaining power, she's completely adopted it and has become this very person. So, of course, she needs to maintain power, play this role, and she's going to do it. And lie.
and just bald face lie. And it's legal for the president to do this, right? The president has the ability to do this. It's just that they feel they got to lie. There's such a natural compunction to lie, I guess.
I guess just apropos of nothing, it's been pretty well reported that MBS said I have Jared Kushner in my pocket.
Right.
Just just a little atmospheric on this one.
He has Trump in his pocket too.
It's true.
Right. It's true, my friend. Yes.
They both have significant real estate deals, Kushner and Trump, separately in Saudi Arabia.
And I imagine the dynamic is like, you're getting me a deal. You take a taste for yourself too, because you got to take care of my grandkids.
What's so funny is when Trump made his first visit overseas to Saudi, we were doing these bits of like the Saudis telling the Russians, like, why do you make it so complicated? Like, what you do is you fly him out, you put his face on a billboard, you tell him he's great, give him a gold chain.
Right, exactly.
Then you can have a blockade on Qatar. What's all this with the bots and all this nonsense?